This is the Rubber Boots Podcast, Season 8 of the podcast. Brought to you by BetSafe.net.
BetSafe.net.
Thank you for joining us. We'll sure you have no regret. Even we can't believe we're not canceled yet. We're gonna tell some stories. We're gonna have a good time. You know for sure. We're gonna have a laugh. This is the podcast. This is the podcast. 100% free.
100%. That's it.
This is the podcast. This is the podcast.
BetSafe.net.
This is the pod.
That's it.
This is the podcast. This is the pod. What you watching? This is the podcast. This is the pod.
BetSafe.net.
First of all, gentlemen, welcome to the Rubber Boots Podcast, brought to you by our friends at BetSafe.net. Look at Puffy typing away, and you can hear his
I
little
know,
typing
you can hear
sounds
it.
coming through.
I'm trying to get work done.
I'm going to be
It's like
editing
the-
this out after.
It's like the soundtrack of Puffy working on a big story from one of those journalism movies, like a Watergate film.
It is. It's great. It's crucial.
Going to blow it right wide open.
In the role of Bob Woodward, Sean Puffy Cameron. What are you doing?
I could have pulled it off.
You're getting ready for our
Big
Sports
hit.
Center hit tonight?
Yeah, big
Look
sports
at
center. hit.
I think I should tell our viewers / listeners right away. You know, Puffy has a reputation of the guy at the Masters. Somebody just break into your house, Lester? I heard some banging and like a screen broken.
What?
A lot of sound effects going on in this.
No, I'm fine.
show today.
Fine.
You're
Let's
good.
move my chair, yeah.
Just saying that Puffy, he's a workaholic. That's why
That's how I'm described.
that's when he needs to release, he releases.
Yes, that's true.
And it's plentiful.
I almost didn't make the podcast today, guys, and it's because I just got off the golf course. I was playing the a golf match today,
Ooh.
and maybe you can do this as
Is my phone not on?
early episode of A-Hole or A-OK. So, you play at the club, you play these matches, and I don't really do them that often because I don't know. But the guys at the club, it's the biggest thing in their lives, right? There's a lot of retired guys and, maybe guys that didn't play other sports. And so these matches are the biggest thing in their lives. So I didn't sign up for the singles, but I signed up with my buddy Troy to play the doubles match. And Troy, he's intense on the matches. And we're playing a couple of really nice gentlemen, super guys. Let's see, Hugh and Jimmy. So another Jimmy. But you see, when I play golf, I like to play fast. Not Jeff O'Neill fast, where he tries to get around in 2 hours on his cart. But I'm very conscientious of the people behind. Right? I never want to keep
that's good etiquette.
That's
never
very good
want to
etiquette.
keep anybody waiting. You should play around at our course in 3:40. 3:30 if you're going fast, 3:40. 4 hours and 45 minutes
No.
for this match.
Why?
And the group behind us was waiting like 5 minutes on every shot. Well, first of all, when you're playing a match, like I said, it's so a ball goes in the woods, everybody's looking for it longer than possible. If you got to make a 3-foot putt instead of Puffy, take that.
Yeah.
I would say Stoff, take that, but that would assume we'd be playing together. You have to putt everything out. And so a lot of PGA Tour pros are getting in trouble for taking too long routines now and putting and stuff.
Yeah.
My buddy Troy, God love him, he has this new routine where first he does the balancing thing. You see some of the tour pros do this. It's called like the something method, and then they look through their hands like this.
Oh.
And then he picks up his ball, then he puts his ball back, then he picks his ball up, then he lines it up, then he puts a tee behind his ball.
Oh my
and picks it up again to line up the tee with the hole. And I was, you want to win the match, but I just wanted to get the damn thing done. So 4 hours and 40 minutes. And we played okay. It was back and forth match, but I felt so bad for the people behind. So here's the kicker. We finish this match. Troy misses like a 6-foot putt on 18. We have the match. And now we're supposed to play 3 playoff holes.
Oh my God.
And this is like 20 minutes ago. I'm like, guys, I got a podcast to do. I got to go. So we either got to forfeit. They're like, no, really nice guys, Hugh and Jim. Like, let's play another 18. We'll book it for like tomorrow or the next day. And I'm like, we're gonna do this entire thing again.
So is it like just like is everyone in the group besides you like this? They're all slow players, or?
I think that the two guys, Jim and Hugh, are a little older, retired, higher handicaps, but like decent players. Kind of those guys that take like one extra shot. Like we had to give them a shot on every single hole. Troy's like a 6 handicap. I'm like a 10. Those guys are like 20s or whatever.
Okay.
But they're those guys that hit it straight every time.
Yeah.
And so they're a little slow that way, but not like particularly slow players. But it was. And I called on the way home. First of all, A-hole or A-OK? You want to win the match. So I told Troy at one point, I said, we got to hurry up, buddy. We got to hurry. And he's like, you can't rush me. You can't rush me. I need to focus. So I'm like, is it on a match like that? Is it A-hole to take that much time to play it?
Yes,
I'd say it is, right?
I think so. Yeah. What do you think? Where do you think you are?
Unless it's like the club championship,
I agree.
Like everyone's off the course, so you two clowns can play. Then that's fine. Take your time. But if anyone's playing golf that day, you can't be taking.
Yeah,
it.
come on. Unless you have the whole course. Come on.
So here's the kicker. Good sense of humor from the guy behind us. I passed them. There's one point where we're going through the woods. They're going to the tee, and I passed them, and I'm like, hey, sorry, guys. This is a match. It's going too long. And he goes, yeah, I figured it was a match. I figure by the way you're playing it, you're playing for $1,000 a hole. Fair.
Zing zing.
Fair.
Well,
fair.
listen.
So now we got to do it again next week, and I almost wanted us to lose,
You should have
just
thrown it.
to not have to go through the pain of going through it again. But
Is it like a tournament where if you lose, you're out, or is it just like
it's one and done. It's basically March Madness in May. So Jimmy, not trying to throw love on myself, but I felt so bad that on the way home. I called the clubhouse restaurant and I said, if the group behind us is just coming up now, sits down for a drink, put them all on Jimmy's tab.
Oh,
Wow.
nice.
Right thing to do, right?
Very, very classy.
Right thing.
Might backfire if they like some old school whiskey.
Oh, that's true. They should be reaching top shelf.
Do you imagine that? I get it. It's like $490.
Oh, that'd be amazing.
Popping bottles on the patio.
Oh, it'd be like, well, this clown's paying $1,000 a hole. He can afford it.
Yeah. We missed you last week, everybody, on the Rubber Boots Pod. We skipped last week, right?
Yeah.
No, I think we did.
No,
we
did one last week.
We did have one 2 weeks ago.
Oh, okay. There goes that theory. I was going to tell you about all the crazy things that happened a week ago, but now must have talked about those.
Wow. Maybe.
Cross that off. Cross that one off. Cross that one off. The electric bikes, it's just every day. Me and Brooksy are out on the electric bikes. And it's the best thing in the world because you pass, you got the little bell, right? You got the little bell and you're going up the hills and there's like a family in front of me yesterday and I'm like ding, 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 ding. Because they're all working away on their normal bikes and I'm on my cheater bike and I'm like, screw you losers! You feel so powerful on the electric bike. It is the most fraudulent thing ever.
Does it have a little like engine looking thing in the middle?
That's just that the bar is thicker. The bar is thicker.
Oh, I saw like this guy had it looked like almost like a little thingy.
Some of them have exterior
Yeah,
batteries.
like underneath the. I've seen that too.
Yeah, mostly the batteries on the good bikes, they're like just enclosed in the frame, right?
I don't know. I threw something at him and called him a nerd, so we'll see.
That's the way you should react when you see those. J.I., one of our listeners, wrote in saying, us cyclists loathe e-bikers.
Oh,
I'm sure they do.
Love it.
I'm sure they do. That's the real thing.
As they should. And when the thing is, when you do get passed, which often happens to me, you get passed by real cyclists.
No.
And I'm on my like third gear of help.
Did you put it up even more?
I'm trying to like take it to 11. These guys go flying by me. I'm like, hey, what's up? What's going on? Hey, how are you?
Oh, that's embarrassing.
Oh no, it's serious. I am fully aware that it's the most embarrassing, nerdy, old person thing that I've done. But I've just accepted the fact that I'm there now.
That's fair.
I'm just there, and I just feel.
But do you get any exercise from it?
When the battery dies.
So what I started to do,
he'll just throw it out when that happens.
I won't be able to fix. I can't fix that sucker.
No
Can't
chance.
recharge that battery. No good.
I will actually turn off the power to go up a hill. Like let's say it's a 100-yard hill. I'll turn it off when I want to work out and like pound it up the hill so you're exhausted, and then I just put it on and just like glide for the next 10 minutes, and then I'll do another hill like that. But yesterday I was tired. And I had it on like 3 the whole time. I was just like, doo, 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 doo. And in that case, there's no exercise.
No.
I believe there's actually, it's basically like no exercise. It's like you're on a ride at Disney. It's like you're on a ride at Disney.
It's like your couch is out for a ride.
Now, what does Brooksy do? What's Brooksy's whole?
Brooksy goes harder than me. Like she'll go by me and she'll be on like 1 assist and I'll be on like 3 assists, which means like the highest level. So Brooksy works a little harder than me. She's getting a little more exercise than I am. But for me, it's just quality time together, you know? We stopped for French fries the other day, had a little romantic...
Well, of course you can afford to have French fries. You're not working on the bike.
The only two putting weight on while they
burn off those calories.
I'm the only guy that's going to cycle all summer and gain 24 pounds.
It keeps going to Fry Hut.
Food truck to food truck.
Yes.
Well, but do you think they would be... Are they safe to ride when you're drunk? Oh, not drunk, buzzed. Like, could that be a good way to get around town, like Wellington?
Yeah, I think you see a lot of them down. Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, why not? Because you wouldn't really want to bike, right?
I mean, you can't get a DUI for riding a bike, right?
They'll never catch you with the electric power. Yeah. Once you put
I
it
would
in
think
four.
that if you crashed into someone or something and the cops came, that you would probably get a DUI.
Yeah, you
right?
would. You would.
Yeah.
Would?
I mean, you can
in a
technically get a
perfect
DUI on a regular bike.
You can?
Yeah, for sure.
Because
If you're swerving into traffic and the cops see you and stuff, for sure, man. Yeah,
I'll get you an answer on this because we're going to Niagara on the Lake.
Okay.
And our last experience cycling in Niagara on the Lake, you go from like winery to winery.
Yeah, it's a wine.
And you're hammered by like 1 in the afternoon, and the bike's going left, right, and so. Well, I'll tell you how it works with the electric. I think it's going to be fun.
So, are you going to ride the bikes all the way there, or are you going to drive and then take the bikes?
What are you
It's faster for them to ride the bikes.
Do you even know me?
He's flying there, Lester.
Oh my god! And then renting
Private
bikes?
jet to Niagara.
Oh my god!
He's hired 2 people to take the bikes for him.
Their names, Stoff and Puffy.
We're getting paid well.
Stoff, why don't we get to the things that I saw on the Twitter?
Freaky pigs, strange chicks, world affairs, polar bears, fake news, nice shoes, big boobs, jack dudes. All of these things and more as I sat on the shitter. Things that I saw on Twitter.
Stoff, what does your T-shirt say? Here for the field
goal Yakovo. This is a T-shirt from when Carlo Koliakovo was supposed to kick a field goal at halftime of an Argos game. Unfortunately, when we went during midweek for him to practice, he injured himself and did not make the kick, but we had great seats for the game and got T-shirts as a result. So, yeah.
Very nice. How long do you guys think you could make a field goal for $1 million, like that old Wendy's kick for $1 million deal?
I could go 45. 45.
45? Really?
I've hit one from 35 during that same set practice.
I think I could probably do 20 to 25 yards.
I'll give myself the same, 20 to 25 yards.
Heyday. I mean, I did kick field goals at Gloucester High School.
Legend.
I was the backup field goal kicker
You were a lot of backups on that team.
You were the backup for most positions.
I was the backup quarterback.
Kicker too.
Hey, look, I started wide receiver and DB, but I was the backup QB and the backup
You made the
kicker.
team, that's all that matters. But did you at any point think of sabotaging one of those players?
Well, Ben Charles got hurt, and we were playing against
Shocker.
Maryville. And so that was the game I had to kick. I may have told this story on the pod before. So we were down like 20-0 in the third quarter, and we were at the
7
40
field
yard.
goals?
No, down 20-0.
Most heroic game ever.
So
He missed 7 field goals.
no, so we're third down and like 5 at the 40, down 20-0, and the coach is like, field goal. I'm like, what? First of all, we need a touchdown. He goes, no, we need some points on the board. And I'm like, I can't kick a 47-yard field goal. And so I, the whole time I was like doing the step back 1, 2, step aside 3 in practice like the whole week. But I panicked. Like I'm like, I can't kick 40. So I went like Tommy Dorsey straight back.
No, the toe punch.
Oh no!
Yeah, I like just at the last second. I'm like, I gotta go Tommy Dorsey.
Nice.
And it went so low, right? It went so low, like I hit it. It got blocked by one of their D linemen.
Oh my god!
I think I kicked it into his crotch.
Nice.
But me, Jimmy, like I was like, thank God it was blocked. I was like, thank God it was blocked because I was worried it was going to land at like the 15, right? So I'm walking off the field goal. Come on, O-line. Do a better job than that. We need points. Don't let those guys
Under
through.
the bus.
But I think back then in practice, I could hit him probably 35 to 40, maybe. But nowadays, I'll pull my quad unless I'm warmed up, and I probably have like a 25.
Well, that's what happened to Carlo. It was the quad that went. So
When you're kicking, if you're not warmed up, like if we went outside right now and tried to kick, 3 or 4 of us would pull our quads.
the fourth guy just wouldn't try it after seeing the first 3.
Yeah. Yes, forget it.
Rolling around the floor.
I would hope the fourth guy's that smart.
Tell you right now, I pulled my quad.
I pulled mine during that segment. All right, things on Twitter. We'll start with in Florence, which is in Italy, where a customer called the police. Well,
That was necessary for one of us.
well, there's. I didn't want to name who. Hey, there could be a Florence, Ontario. You never know.
It could be.
Yep. Yeah. There's a Florence Nightingale.
Florence Henderson
Yes.
played
Flo
played
Joe.
Mrs. Brady.
Flo Joe.
I was gonna say Flo Joe. Yeah.
Flo Joe. Yeah.
Playing this one real well.
Yeah, this is really good.
All right. So in Italy, in Florence, a customer called the police over the price of an espresso because he felt he was charged £2 and the espresso was listed for $1.70, I believe. So the cops actually got involved and ended up fining the coffee shop €1,000.
Wow.
So pretty hefty fine, and so the owner spoke out. They fined me because somebody got offended paying £2 for a decaffeinated coffee, which involves a water extraction process. Can you believe it? Even today, someone can get so annoyed that they mobilize the police, who will find us to be in the wrong due to an outdated law. So for me, first and foremost, it was kind of shocking that the cops would actually move on this. Like, if you called the cops here and said, Tim's just charged me $2.50 for a coffee,
Yeah.
you'd probably be the one getting fined. So it's kind of crazy, but
Plus, that's not a bad price. So I've been to Florence a couple times, and my wife and I, on our honeymoon, we did Italy and Greece. So in Italy, a long story, but we booked a tour, which was the dumbest thing ever because we were on this tour with a bunch of senior citizens on our honeymoon. So
Super hot.
In Venice, in Venice, we just bailed on the tour. Like, we pulled our bags out of the bus and said, "See you later." And you should have seen the shocked look on these people's faces. Like, how could you leave the tour? You can't leave the tour. Like, we're out of the tour. So we started training around Italy, and I don't know if it was Florence or some little town we got out, like, but right at the train station. Here's a lesson, kids. When you're in Europe, like, the restaurant right next to the train station is going to try to rob you blind. So I can remember we sat down waiting for another train, and I ordered freshly squeezed orange juice. Okay, freshly squeezed orange juice. I am not exaggerating 1 second. $25 American for a freshly squeezed orange juice. It was, and this was in 1999.
What?
Like, it was lunacy. And I just laughed at the guy. I'm like, come on. Yeah. And he's like, no. I'm like, it's the same thing as like almost the pasta. It was like the pasta story 20 years earlier. So probably the same guy that's serving the pasta. He probably kept record of me. He probably moved on.
He comes another sucker.
And all you had to do was call the cops.
Yeah, they would have
They
nailed
just
it.
swooped in
Well,
and found
I
this
remember
guy.
my friend. I'm gonna mention my good friend Michael Acapenti, fine guitarist, and just nominated for Juno. Did not win. The
Boy
I
Wonder.
wonder. Yeah.
No.
Nominated for a Juno?
He was nominated for a
Wonder.
Juno. My good
Awesome.
friend Michael
Come on.
Acapenti. Yeah, but he did not win. But great project with him and Elizabeth Shepard. So shout out to Esmo. That's what the name of the project. But anyway, he went to Italy years ago. Italian heritage is in Sicily, and he gets the bill and he notices this little $5 extra, and he goes, "What's this go? What's this?" He goes to the waiter. "What's this?" And he goes, "Signor, if it goes, it goes." So they just put this $5 on for nothing.
If it goes, it goes.
If it goes, it goes. That's exactly what he said to me.
So did he pay it?
No. But if he,
Guess it didn't
but if he
go.
hadn't said anything, he's paying an extra $5 and nobody questions that. So imagine Jimmy.
100% I would have paid it.
Yeah, because you don't know,
I pay
right?
that all the time.
Yeah.
Oh. What else? What else you got, Stoff?
In Italy, the law is on your side. I found a story that is a bigger threat to the planet than global warming. Logan Paul has doubled down on his plan to become U.S. president and make his brother Jake the Secretary of Defense.
I like it.
So basically, he stated before that he plans to run for the U.S. presidency. He'll have to hold on till the year 2032 to do so, as the law states that you have to be at least 35 to run for president. Basically,
I
he
did
said
not
he's
know that.
planning to
I
run
didn't
in
know that either.
2032.
Well,
so
What if you
that's-
had a Doogie Howser type character who was like brilliant, and you wanted to make him president,
And had a
at 24?
terminal disease.
Yeah.
But why
Oh,
can we...
all right.
What do you mean,
Okay,
why?
it took me a minute.
Why do they have, like, you can't do it till you're 35, but you can be the president when you're, like, 106, like Biden?
Yeah.
Like, why wouldn't they have
Very
it,
good
like,
point.
there
You
should
should
be, like, a
have
20-year window. Should be like,
Yeah.
you can do
Let
it.
me tell you why, Puff. Because the United States is a pretty backwards, up country. That's why. I hate to say it. Excuse my language, Stoff. You're gonna have to.
Do we have any such rule in Canada? I don't believe so. You can become prime minister whenever you want, right?
Whenever you want, you're just prime minister.
Yes, that's it.
Wow, what a rule!
Everyone gets a chance for a day.
Yes,
Look
me
at you,
see.
still typing away there. aren't you,
that's Stoff, I think.
No, that wasn't me. That was Stuff.
So to be a person must be 18 years old to be appointed to the Senate. Oh, this is Seattle.
Do you think I guys got a shot at one of those patronage Senate appointments late in my life?
You?
You?
I think you do. Like, because you got your buddy. Your buddy's in that
mean,
world. He could hook
Who's
you
that?
up.
Who's that?
With
What buddy?
your
Well,
buddy.
that,
Don't you have your buddy's the diplomat?
Yeah.
James
Harv.
Duffy, Minister of Sports and Agriculture.
Yeah, like, you're telling me you couldn't, like, I think you'd be a pretty good diplomat.
I'd be good. Well, I want to be a senator though, because they get like salaries and they don't have to. They just show up
Senators?
to the Senate once in a while. I want to do a filibuster. Delay
No,
the vote for like 20 hours.
I think you got to be a little bit, like, more well versed in what's going on.
Do you?
Being a senator.
I know stuff. I know a lot of stuff.
Yeah, but I think you might get exposed in question period.
The senators don't have to go to question period. You just gotta
What?
vote.
What do they do then?
Vote on some laws here and there. Vote on some bills.
Pass.
Pass a couple of bills.
Say hello.
It used to be a big scam though, because I remember Mike Duffy. I used to work with
Oh.
Mike Duffy. People thought he was my dad, and
Really?
then didn't he?
Duffy,
He got
Duffy?
a point. He got
Yeah,
a
he
point
got-
in the Senate.
But
Didn't
he
he?
had a
did.
scandal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did he get removed from the Senate?
Yes.
Yeah, he got kicked out.
Yeah. He was a bit of a. He was an.
Would you be a
interesting dude.
shady senator?
Oh yeah, I'd be taking.
Is there any other kind?
You want
You
to
do little-
pass your
little
law,
bribes?
buddy? No, I would not be a shady. I would not be a shady senator. I would
Wink.
I'd,
Wink
you know what
twice if you're be a shady senator.
only maybe with the market tips that they get. You know, like all those congressmen and
Oh.
some laws coming down the next day that nobody knows about, and they sell all their stock right before.
Yeah, that
That's
happens.
so greasy. I would do that.
Okay, get in there. That'd be a nice little soft landing for you after TSN.
I think so.
Minimum age for a prime minister in Canada, 18 years old. You got to be 18.
Yeah.
You got to be a legal
Oh,
adult, I guess.
All right.
So, Dookie Howser still no.
That's fair.
Gracie could be prime minister. She is now 18.
Would she be the best of your children to be
To run the
Prime
country.
Minister?
Yeah, Darian would be a disaster. Jared, I think, would make a good prime minister.
Yeah.
Yeah, he'd make a good prime minister. He's a level-headed, solid dude. But now I feel like I've picked the guy, which is biased. So I think great.
Yeah, I did feel sexist.
We'll have our listeners vote.
It's like I have many daughters, but let's go with my son. He'd be the one who can handle that pressure position. The girls, they would get too anxious.
Well, I might change my mind. Like at 20, Darian would certainly make a better prime minister now than like last summer.
That's what you want in your leadership.
I think like girls like at 22, I'd probably change my mind on the vote. But at this current time, if I have to pick a candidate, I'm picking Jared.
Fair enough.
All right. What else we got?
We got rapper J. Cole signing with the Scarborough Shooting Stars of the Canadian Elite Basketball League. I'm sure you guys seen this news. I think their season opens in a couple of days, so he'll be playing some games here in Ontario. Somewhere in Scarborough. I know they start on the road against Guelph.
Somewhere in Scarborough.
Tough road trip. You don't want to go to Guelph.
I'm sure the Guelph fans make it quite an unpleasant environment, Puffy. There'll be some sure.
A rabid fan base.
Sure it is. Hold on, I'm trying to find out where the Shooting Stars play out of now.
It says that J. Cole is a former pro basketball player, so he's already.
Well, he played in the
somewhere.
African League that the NBA ran last year.
Oh, okay. Is he still actively? He's still actively rapping, right? So this.
Yeah,
is
he
just
dropped
a side
an album
gig.
last year. His label dropped one this year as well. So
He has a video called "The Audacity" where he's looks like he's playing some basketball.
yeah, I mean, it's his passion. He loves it. He's pretty good at it. Now, whether or not he's good enough to play in the league without being J. Cole's probably up for debate. And I know when he was in the African League, it was there was quite a few people who spoke out against it, saying he's taking up someone's valuable spot. At the same time, he's probably shining a bit bigger light on the league itself and in the players by being in it. So, how do you guys feel about that?
Remember, was it who's the rapper who was trying to be on like the
Master P?
Master P. Like was that's how bad we were. We're like rappers were like, I think I can play for that team.
He was on the practice squad basically. Like
Yeah.
I think he.
yeah, he played a couple preseason games, I believe.
I think in a league of that level, no offense to whatever that league is called, I really didn't even know.
Yeah, it's got a bad name.
Yeah,
It's like the CE or something. Like it's like
if that's going to bring some people, out and maybe get the league some notoriety, I think it's okay. Once you get to like what's the league that's the DLeague there, the Raptors 905?
Yeah.
Oh,
I wouldn't. That might be a stretch, but
those guys can ball. Those guys are real.
That
players.
league you're talking
Those
about.
guys step away.
Didn't Daryl Dawkins like at the end of his career play in Winnipeg or something? I just have this.
I think I
Don't you
remember
have
him
some
playing,
sort of memory like that and playing some
Yeah.
obscure pro team?
Yeah.
All right, Stoff. Interesting. We're in favor of J. Cole. Go for it, Jay. We're with you, baby.
Yeah.
That's it. And
I'm gonna get a J. Cole Scarborough jersey.
Do you think Drake will go to his games?
or maybe Drake will play for the Hamilton Honey Badgers.
Nice, good name.
Ooh.
Good name.
There you go. I'd get a Honey Badger jersey. Did you see this video of the Porch pirate exploding?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh my
did.
god.
Is that taking it too far to deal with
No.
stealing? Ooh. So let me ask you guys this, because like Porch Pirates have been a huge thing since Amazon, I guess, blew up. But
Of course.
I've never really dealt with it here in our neighborhood. We really haven't had that much of an issue. Oh, okay. Oh,
that was
I literally thought someone broke into
I
your
thought
house.
someone was
Lester.
robbing Lester right now.
I'm like, you are awfully calm for someone who just had one of their windows bashed in.
I just watched the video.
Oh, sorry. I'm catching up too here. That is an awesome idea, by the way. So what did it have, an exploding package?
Well, he booby trapped it in some way where he explodes, and you can tell the guy's clearly in shock. He has no idea what happened to him. In general, it's probably going too far because someone could get seriously hurt. But is this an issue in your area? I guess where porch piracy you or your neighbors been struck by it?
I don't know of any incidents in my area, thank goodness. In fact, I have to say, I have actually come home from nights out or whatever twice and seen packages on my doorstep, and I'm respecting them. They're there. I can pick them up and take them into my place, so it's not a problem. However, I mean, from a liability standpoint for this guy here, I mean, this guy goes to steal a package. Yeah, he blows his finger off, he blows his arm off, or whatever. He could turn around and sue the guy. He probably would win. So it's kind of it's a terrible thing. It's a terrible thing, and I understand it's a great great deterrent, and you never know. But I think the law would be on the side of the guy that's trying to steal the package, which is insane. But fact of the matter is,
you think
he's
it
being
really
assaulted.
would?
Yeah, I do.
It depends where you are. Yeah, I think it depends on state or province, probably. But
yeah, you can do whatever you want to defend yourself, but booby trapping and I don't know, it's a good one.
Well, that guy clearly's been taking their packages for a while, and I guess that's why it happened.
Now, did he himself?
He definitely seemed to think so at one point of the video, which was quite hilarious.
I was wondering why he was taking his pants down. It was like, what's happening here?
Yeah, I think he was in a state of shock. Pretty wild scenes. So, last thing we got here from the Twitter is Manchester City wins the Premier League.
Ooh.
Obviously, want to throw that out there.
Man City.
Why did you call it? Are you a Man City guy?
Yeah, I'm a Man City.
He's a Man City guy.
Interesting.
He's been one for 5 years.
They've won like
since they started winning.
Four of the last
They
5.
started getting the money.
4 of the last 5, yes.
I tell you what, give the footy credit. There's been drama like at the end of these things, like
it was
5 of the last
best day ever.
Crazy ass drama. So
it was
at both ends too, because the relegation battle.
Although the field invasions afterwards, especially in the lower tier leagues, just really dumb.
As Canada's foremost football expert, I just would like to say that those are deplorable and they need to stop. Because people listen. When I start talking the footy, everybody shuts
once
up.
they run this on Sky Sports, that's
especially when I do the jazz hands when I'm talking.
Sky
Sports.
Oh, don't think that after the World Cup, Sky Sports is not going to be trying to be plucking me away from TSN.
They will.
Instead of trade deadline day, you're going to be doing their transfer day.
Transfer day with Jimmy.
That's twice a year, though, buddy. That's a lot of work.
That's right.
Wow.
I can do that. I think they'll probably take me to do play-by-play instead of hosting as well.
Scores.
He's got good pace.
Scores.
He's got good pace.
Scores.
Jordan with the bucket scores.
Well, just because I said that, you can't make fun of me on my play-by-play all the time, all right?
Listen, when I get a chance, I'm going to find the tape. I'm going to find that tape, and then we're going to have fun at your expense.
You know that I've looked in archives for that tape before, and Jimmy's had it burned without it. There's no trace of it.
Do not tell Corey O'Hanley, our archivist, or any of our bosses, but I think I have a box of tapes in my room dating back to 1998 that probably has that game on it, so we could find
all your worst moments.
But it's those giant, like 3/4-inch machines.
There's probably a couple of those Grey Cup tapes he's always emailing out about as well in there.
Hey, my first play-by-play game was Raptors Hawks. I called a Vince Carter dunk that makes it quite sometimes onto the SportsCenter top 10 Vince Carter dunks list.
No,
and I didn't blow
with the
it
audio
too bad.
up?
Yeah, I was like, Vince Carter, airborne. That's all I said.
Vince Carter, every dog has its day.
Vince Carter, this one is yours.
Scores.
My biggest mistake, I made one glaring error. I told you I got to call a Michael Jordan game when he was with the Wizards, though, not the true Michael Jordan. I got to call a Raptors Wizards game that came right down to the last shot, and Jordan missed the last shot, and the Raptors won. But in the middle, early in that game, I got caught looking at my monitor. And the one thing, and I'm not sure why it was this way, but on the monitor, the game was going the opposite way of the way it was going on the thing, because it was a replay. And I called the complete opposite team bucket. I was glued to my monitor, and I'm like, Bulls for 2. That's the Raptors. that was at the other end. Forgive me. Jack, your thoughts?
Was it Jack? Was your color guy? Or was it Leo?
Leo the whole way. Leo and Brian Heaney. Brian Heaney did the college. I think Leo did all the NBA games. Heaney might have done a couple with me as well. So good times. Someday when they kick me off hosting, I'm going to try and make a late play-by-play comeback. I'm going to be the guy who's like at 75. I'm going to come back and do play-by-play for TSN. And then we can judge. And I will be judged. I definitely will be judged at that point.
Twitter will not be your friend.
Should we do, are we done the things I saw on Twitter? Should we do a quick what you watching?
What you watching?
Well, I have something I wanted to bring up first, and I mentioned this last week in our chat. I don't think it got much traction, but in any case, I must tell you, gentlemen.
No, I put it in the lineup here. The Lester's Corner.
Okay. Sorry. My apologies. If we can go, we'll do it now and just get this out of the way. But I've had the good fortune to be back in the office at TSN for the last couple of weeks. So I didn't get there today, but I'll be there tomorrow. And it's been nice to see people and get back into the swing of things a little bit, a little normalcy, I guess, I suppose. But I realized that one of the benefits of being at home all this time is not having to use the communal bathroom. And I just happened to go in there the other day because I had to do number ones. And both stalls were full. And I must say that I had to get the hell out of that room as fast as possible because they were just lighting it up in there. And it is one thing that I have not had to deal with. That is a harsh reminder that we are back in a public space. I just want to share that with you.
I've told you, you have to either wear your AirPods in, play music, or plug your ears.
I think he was talking about the smell, I think.
I'm talking about the smell, man. Oh, they were
I thought you were
up.
talking about noise. I thought you were talking about noises.
Listen, the noise I can handle. If the noise came without the smell, it'd be fine. But it was bad, boys.
It's nothing compared to the noises of the Renault at Lester's house.
Now, maybe that's inappropriate to share, but I just thought, we've talked about this a few times in the pod, and I just wanted to mention one of the unhidden benefits of being at home is you don't have to deal with that.
Yeah.
Very true.
True. Very true. Unless you have two dogs that poop wherever the hell they want. You wake up in the middle of the night. Sucker.
Pros and cons.
What you watching?
Stop, you can edit that out if you want. That did not go as well as I thought. I thought there would be... I thought there would be uproarious laughter. Nothing. You guys are just
when I was thinking if I can broad it like the poop talk, if I can get the poop, work the poop talk in, and then as soon as I say the smell thing, everybody's gonna laugh.
Well, the
hold for laughter.
The line that I had that I thought was funny was lightening it up, but you guys are like,
oh yeah.
Well, I didn't know what you meant.
I'm just picturing Lester practicing in the mirror last night. That line killed.
It was so funny in my head. I was just like, "This is funny." Anyway, you can edit it.
It's the three of us that are wrong, Lester.
Guys, when I walked in, they were lighting it up. No wait. They were lighting it up. No, that's too strong. Guys, they were lighting it up. Did I use my hands? Lighten it.
They were dropping bombs.
The people listening were dying.
What you watching?
What you watching? Just between you and me, what you streaming on your TV? Let me see. What you watching? Action, drama, comedy. What you streaming on your TV?
You want to start first? Because before we went on the air, you guys were talking about some show you like, Lincoln Lawyer.
Oh yes, me and Puffy like the show Lincoln Lawyer. Well, we began watching it. I'm only about 4 episodes deep, I think.
I think I'm 3.
Now, this was a John Grisham movie starring Matthew McConaughey, was it not? Like 20 years ago?
That is because that is also on the Netflix. You can watch the movie.
Oh,
but I don't believe it's John Grisham. It's Mike Connelly, Dave Connelly, Don Connelly. So Connelly's last name, the writer. But it's based on books, so I'm guessing that it's the same character. But I haven't seen the movie. But the series is good.
it looks like it's a 2011 movie, so it's not even that long ago. But
yeah, McConaughey before he got really famous.
Right.
Hey.
I don't think... I always thought that was John Grisham. There you know. Well, what do you know? Michael Connelly. Is it one of those things that has 18 million twists like every other series you watch on Netflix where like the first...
It's pretty busy storyline-wise. There's a lot of people he knows that are intermingled with one another.
Yeah.
It's also a massive commercial for Lincoln.
Yes.
Oh.
Like, there's a lot of shots of the driving, the whole thing. He's the Lincoln lawyer because he works out of his car. And
Which they got to kind of explain that. There's got to be some kind of tie. His dad better work on like an assembly line.
Let's stop right here. There is nothing wrong with Lincoln commercials, especially when you buy them at McAlpine Lincoln, just minutes north of the 407. Yeah. Call Peter and his team.
Why aren't they sponsoring us?
Jimmy, I need a car. Get me a car.
Hey, they're sponsoring me. And me is really us in the grand scheme of things, is it not?
Sure.
That's how I look at it.
Me is better than we.
The Lincoln lawyer, but it was like Lincoln, Nebraska. Is that the actual reason?
Lincoln car.
No, it's the cars because he works out of his car. Like he doesn't work at the office. He likes it when his driver takes him for a drive, and he's just.
But then he has an office. That's the thing.
Well, he inherited that office. He didn't have an office.
No, but
Who's the lead character? Who's the lead actor?
I don't know.
I don't know his
name. I think he's somewhat unknown. Not unknown, but he's never been anything big.
Okay.
But one of the female leads, she was on Ugly Betty, and she looks a lot like SportsCenter host Sarah Davis.
Oh, all right.
Very, very similar.
Okay.
It's good.
Sarah is a beautiful woman, so I'm sure she's a beautiful woman.
It's a good show. So far. But they got to pay off. It's got to pay off.
Well, that's the thing. And like, I talked about this with that show that Stoff recommended back a few months ago, and then I never watched because it just pissed me off.
Because I recommended it.
No, because I'd watched the previous one by the other author. And
which one? Stay Close or something to that effect?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, that one also got pretty complicated. It was all right. That one's worth the watch, I'd say. But
okay. Yeah. I see now. I'm watching Shining Girls is the show that I'm watching right now, but I think it's on Apple TV Plus, which might eliminate some of our audience if you're not paying. First, you got to pay for the Apple TV, and then on top of the Apple TV, you got to pay for the Apple TV Plus. So it's
unbelievable! Why? What a scam!
Is this a sequel to Showgirls?
Shining Girls is first of all, it stars Elizabeth Moss, who I think is amazing in everything she's in. She was in. She was Peggy on Mad Men. She was in The Invisible Man. Do you ever watch the movie Invisible Man? Which I think I also recommended on a previous edition of What You Watching.
That's Kevin Bacon, correct? Stars in that?
No, the remake.
No, that's Hollow Man.
Oh, Hollow Man, sorry.
And that one was awful.
Invisible Man is a good flick. Like, it's a good Friday night popcorn flick for you. It's mostly on the pay-per-views right now.
I heard that about Greenland.
I think the Invisible Man is done. It sounds hokey because it's the Invisible Man, like a thing from the '60s, but it's incredibly well done. Shining Girls is a sort of semi-straightforward serial killer film that is not straightforward whatsoever, and I don't want to give too much away, but it has it's very non-linear. Like, I can't figure out where we are half the time. Takes a few episodes to know what's going on, and the last episode we finally kind of figured out what the hell was going on because these murders are committed over 40, 50 years and stuff. So anyway, Elizabeth Moss is a fantastic actress. The guy who plays the creepo is, I think it's Wagner Moura, but I'm not sure of that, but very, very good. Very, very good show. If you have the Apple TV Plus, I'd recommend the show.
I barely have Apple TV. How am I going to get the Plus?
Yeah, I know. I got the Crave. I got the Apple TV. I got
they better not throw that Ted Lasso on the Apple TV Plus, or I'm going to
that will hurt.
Won't do much.
If anyone's looking for a fun comedy on Netflix, The Pentaverate. Mike Myers' new show. 6 episodes in the season, I think. It's really good. It's funny. I enjoyed it. Watched the whole thing already.
Also,
definitely
family friendly. Surprisingly, really good. Home Team, the movie starring Kevin James as Sean Payton. It is hilarious and it's awesome, and I may or may not have had tears in my eyes at the end.
Wait a second, unintentionally hilarious or actually?
No, like it was the kid in it. The chunky kid who's in Mighty Ducks TV show, that kid kills me, man.
Wait a
That kid's the
second,
best
though.
actor
They've
going.
made like this is a movie where Sean Payton's like the hero?
Well, it's basically the story is when Sean Payton got suspended for the Bounty Gate.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's what he does in that year.
Yeah, he
now I have
coaches his
no
kids'
idea
team.
how realistic it is because it's like he's like basically like he doesn't come off as a great guy. Like he's sort of a bit of an absentee father. He's split with his ex, but the ex
And they got Kevin James to play him.
I know Kevin James plays him. But I'm telling you, man, it's good. Disney, I think it's Disney that did it. They know how to do it. Like it was the kids loved it. We all laughed. It was fun.
Don't knock Kevin James. Paul Blart Mall Cop.
Great movie.
No.
Strong movie.
Another one. I was
Excellent
stunned.
movie.
I was stunned. Paul Blart. The number 2 is terrible.
The meaning of the word strong.
But
change?
number one was great.
I have 2 recommendations if you don't mind. First one, I mean, this is going back, but this is the beauty of the age we live in right now. Arrested Development. I had not watched any of that show, and I know, see, Jimmy, you're all over it. I'm sure
Welcome
you
to the
watched it.
2000s.
Well, I know.
Is this a new show?
I'm just telling you.
The other one that Lester really enjoyed, MASH. If you guys can check it out.
No, man, listen, I'm just trying to tell you. I mean, for people who haven't seen it, maybe some people I'm sure I can't be alone. I watched the first episode yesterday, and I thought it was hilarious.
Oh, it's terrific.
Great
So
show.
the original 3 seasons
You're one
are really
episode
good.
deep.
No, hey,
That's the reco. I love the first episode. We'll see where it
first
goes.
season's probably the best season, and it's hilarious.
And look, I mean, again, it's just the way the show was constructed. I really liked it. And look, other shows have come along since then. I look at that and I think of that as a precursor to Modern Family, really, right? If you look at the way that show was shot.
Yeah, I think,
but I
think you're bang on.
Well, thank you. And I have another one, and it's a British series on Crave, and I've only seen 1 episode so far, but it's called The Baby. You guys ever heard of this?
No.
Okay, the premise is basically this woman is on vacation, and a baby essentially falls out of the sky, and lands in her arms. But this baby, it's basically a horror comedy, so the baby's evil somehow. So
Is Alien the baby alien? Like
not sure, don't know at this point. Not sure at this point. We don't know, but
does she catch the baby when it falls out of the sky?
She
Like into her
catches the
arms, or
baby.
does
She
it
catches
the
the
baby
baby.
bounce?
no, she catches the
Catches
baby.
the baby.
Yeah,
It's a comedy.
horror comedy.
Interesting.
Yes, interesting.
All right. So
Good recos. Good recos.
Arrested Development and
Seinfeld.
Seinfeld. Also, Leave It to Beaver.
Word, you were a little hard on the beaver last night. Anyway,
Ward, you were hard on the viewers.
Where are we at now, Stoff? Are we at viewer listener mail?
We are at our jewelry sponsorship follow-up. As you remember, we reached out, back out, and said, let's make magic together. They sent us a big heart emoji first, and then wrote, "Hey dear, I hope you're having a nice day. Gemini Full Brand is currently looking for models/ambassadors to wear their newest jewelry collection. By being an ambassador, you will receive 3 free jewelry."
Right.
You will get 3 free jewelry.
So
That
they
doesn't make
basically
sense,
answered, the bot answered the same thing back, right?
No, now they're telling us more of the specifics. So now it's our call to action here. DM collab to the main page at GemU Full Brand to find out more about this opportunity. So how do I respond? Do I go and DM them?
Yeah, DM and say, we're still in.
So okay. No, but this is a different account now. Like, are we? Do you think we're being lured into something here?
100%.
Something
yeah, but
sinister.
As long as it's your phone and your account, I'm okay with it.
Glad you said that, Jimmy, because although it is my phone, I believe the account is registered to your phone and info.
Okay.
So.
Oh, that's
All right.
great.
All right, so maybe we should don't go to the other account. Just reply to these guys. No, we only want a message with you.
No third parties.
No third parties. We only want to deal directly with you.
Perfect. I like it.
All right. See how they handle that.
I'm gonna put ... Don't try this again. Just so they know we mean business.
That's right.
All right. Well, that's gonna end well. I'm pretty certain of it. On to Listener Mail.
Listener mail. Listener mail. Thank you for listening.
Let's do. You know what we should do? Future Listener Mail, where we predict next week. Snakebite Pete's writes in and says, "Boy, Lester is obsessed with smelly poo."
Not his name, but all right.
Snakebite Pete.
Oh, Snake.
Oh my god.
It's a rough week for Snake. He got bounced out of the Platinum League. We'll get to that soon. But first, this letter from Bruce Anderson. Cue the X-File music because he writes, "You may have missed the opportunity to highlight..."
Another show Lester recommends.
Well, don't say he hasn't seen that one yet.
One episode in.
It was a good one. Though. It was a good one. All right,
Wait
Bruce.
till you get to the smoking man.
Okay, X-Files is a quality show. All right, Bruce writes, "You may have missed the opportunity to highlight the conspiracy of all conspiracies. You were talking about the coincidence of your challenge to land a plane a few weeks back. In the most recent episode, how your phones are listening to you, allowing bots to send you basically the paw licking info that they were sending to Jimmy.
Right.
So seems too coincidental that the passenger landing a plane scenario played out soon afterwards. Be careful what you talking about. What you talk about, they are listening. Long-time listener to the podcast, and so far not as bad as nothing bad has happening from listening on my phone. But he points out a very interesting scenario there.
So we talked about the plane crash and then it happened?
Yes.
Okay.
Lottery.
Did you hear about the 4 podcasters that won the lottery? They won the Powerball? Did you guys hear about that?
$50 million.
Without even playing.
Models.
Hey, just before you go any further, I just noticed something, and I want advice from the podcast members. I just put on my work pants and my work socks to go to work after the golf because I had a quick shower as soon as I got in before the podcast. I noticed what size of the hole does it have to be before you get rid of the sock?
Oh, that's nothing, buddy. That's not bad. That's as good as new.
That's
my big toe. That's good, right?
It's the only thing. Once the toes start exiting, if the toes start exiting the sock, then move on.
Like I'll have full heels out, and I'm still putting them on.
Heels are fine. The bottom's fine sometimes.
Fine too, yeah.
Okay. Thanks,
Most of my socks rip at the heel.
Really appreciate it. Yeah.
I don't know if I have socks that don't have holes.
You mentioned David. Sorry, go ahead.
Next week, when underwear are worn out. Sorry. Yes. What's this about David Duchovny?
I was just going to say another series that he did before, Californication. I don't know if you guys saw that. That's really good.
No,
that was awesome.
I only watched one episode, but it's been good so far.
That is one of my favorite shows, actually. I really
the crazy thing about that show is that it ended up playing out in real life, right? Like he ended up being a sex addict, which basically he was in Californication, and that's why him and Tia Leone.
Life imitates art.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. Yes. And then, unfortunately, Tia Leone died when the meteor hit the Earth, and she was on the beach with her dad, and the tidal wave came.
Really?
Yep, that's how she died.
That was sad.
That was Deep Impact. Deep Impact.
You sure it wasn't Armageddon?
It's on AMC a lot. So every time I think of Tia Leone, I think of her on the beach.
I can't wait for Greenland 2 to come out.
It's going to come, and it's going to be amazing.
It will be, yeah. When they get kicked out of that
bunker.
The bunker. All right. Still staying with the phones listening to our conversations, Nathan Russell writes in, "I have not owned a dog for 2 years. Listened to your pod yesterday, and this is the third time I've had this Instagram ad." And he sent a caption of the ad for, if your dog paw licks or bites, watch this. Wow. So he's gotten 3 of those since listening to that episode.
Wow.
Whoa. That's unbelievable.
So Jimmy, you're big in the dog paw licking industry. They're using you as a pawn.
I'm spreading it everywhere, right?
You're not getting paid.
That's also the name of this episode here. I'm spreading it everywhere.
Hugo got a shot. You get a shot for like allergies every year, and he stopped his licking. We solved the problem. I don't need your product. So listen, whoever is listening to me and wherever it is, some other side of the world, Russia or China or something, stop it. I don't need it anymore. Let's do an update. Let's do an update and see if I go to TikTok and we get like lottery ads winners. I'm about to buy a lottery ticket. See if they've been listening to the show here.
Lottery winning.
Well, I want to see what I get. Let's see what I get. How quickly do I get the paw things? TikTok. Okay, no.
Oh my
God.
Wow, that is a lot of swearing.
What is that?
Stereo Storm. There you Still got it. Still got it. I don't need it anymore. I got him a shot. Stop it.
Yeah. I just found out my puppy has a parasite or something in its poo.
On the belly?
Now I'm going to be in for another few.
You should have tied that in with Lester's story earlier.
Yeah, that's pretty common with their puppies too. My guy had that.
Terrible.
I think like they can just be making this stuff up.
It's kind of that mechanic-like situation where it's like,
Johnson,
your
right?
muffler's ticking.
We all have parasites. They're all through our body. There's parasites everywhere. There's one, I can see one right above your right eye, Puffy.
Did you guys watch this video that T-Mac sent in of the panel from the other night, Jimmy?
Yes, I did.
He wrote in, you okay there, bud? Due to what happens in this video. We'll roll it here.
Having some technical difficulty.
Oh, that whole thing. Okay, so that was not actually that was an incident where I don't want to throw somebody under the bus, but the tape op was not paying attention and ran the wrong part. So what happened is we taped that panel hit like 5 minutes before it was supposed to air, which we sometimes do, and it got a little wonky at times, like where there was a couple of mistakes, but we kept it going because it had a live feel. So at the very end of the hit, like we kind of hold it like, let's send it back to Sports Center. And then you stare at the camera for 5 seconds. And then I went like this. I went, whoa, boys, that one was a little bit wonky, right? And that was the part that aired on TV. Yeah. And then the tape op panicked and he hit like the pause button. And it just went, I was like, you know what I mean? That's what people saw at home.
Which is
Drager was twitching pretty funny too, so it was...
you guys don't usually, like, I'd say, like, you very rarely will do that kind of thing, so...
we got caught at a bad time.
Sometimes it's like that old dog reaction to the Anderson save, right?
Well, that's still the freakiest thing. I still don't know how that
crazy,
happened.
Yeah.
That was amazing.
Unless what the guy
especially
won't admit
with what
it,
story he was probably telling 5 minutes, like 5 seconds before that.
Right.
I have to think that whoever was switching was like watching O-Dog to see his reaction up in the control room and like hit the button to see his close-up camera, but somehow by mistake hit it like to the actual on air. I don't even know how that's technically possible.
I don't know how that works. But...
For everybody who missed an earlier episode, basically, it was in the middle of a key Leafs game. Freddie Anderson made an amazing save, and at that exact moment he made the save, the telecast cut to O-Dog in studio watching the game with this crazy shocked look on his face. It's
it was perfect.
It's still one of the most amazing things that's ever happened.
It was so perfectly done. You could almost never plan it like that, but
you couldn't. It was crazy. Okay, continue.
I'm actually surprised we didn't start doing that in regular games.
Cut for the reactions. Yeah,
we cut to crowds everywhere. Why not cut to O-Dog?
Sure, to the yes.
You're a tappy.
Wait. No, I'm listening.
Thank you for looping that one together.
I'm trying to find. Is it on YouTube? I've never seen it. I've never seen the footage.
The O-Dog?
Yeah, the O-Dog thing.
It must be. I mean, it was all over socials. I've seen people who have his frozen face as their like avatar on Twitter and stuff.
Hey, Stoff, whatever the hell Lester just said, could you like, could you
capture it?
Could you capture it and like play it again right here?
Yes, sure. To the yes, sir.
And then like, again, maybe try to transcribe it and make the name of the episode whatever he just said.
We'll try. We'll see if that works.
I was listening. I swear to God, I was listening.
Oh no! I believe you.
Did you know you were doing the podcast?
No, I know, but I was trying to find the thing as well. I want the clip. All right, fine. I'll pay attention.
Yura Tapiainen writes in, would you like to address the rumors of our boy Puff joining the Saudi-sponsored Rubber Sandals podcast?
Yes.
Funny.
Finally.
Funny. Very funny.
It's pretty good. That's funny stuff.
It's true. It is true.
Brian Hayden, who lives up here in Bradford, asks, when is the pod coming to Bradford for a live session? I mean, Stoff, you have pull in this town, no? So I told
Nice.
him we're trying to secure the Carrot Fest main stage as we have our yearly Carrot Festival up here.
Oh, perfect.
Stay tuned.
Love
Maybe
carrots.
we can make that happen. Yeah, we'll just be throwing carrots into the crowd. People will love it.
They seem to love it.
Participating in our discussion of how much would you pay for your team to win a championship, CXNC4 writes in $10 for the Bills to win the Super Bowl. So he's willing to part with $10.
Those are real American dollars.
Yes. Alrighty, we can move on to the Platinum League.
First there was gold, it was successful, but now we go to another level. It's so much better, and you don't see the Platinum League, the Platinum League, the Platinum League.
We can all check out now because none of us are in it. See you next
Oh,
week, everybody.
Oh, Jimmy, do you not
We've got
remember
our
our
bets.
$200 bet?
What was that?
$200 on the
No.
line, the four of us.
Oh
We
yeah,
drafted teams?
we did a
No,
draft.
no, it was-
how did we do? How did Team Duffy
It was
do?
$25.
Hey, you guys wanted 50 each. Don't complain from the bottom of the standings there. Time out though, Jimmy. Did you at some point last week promise your entire team stealth drivers?
Yes, he did.
He did
I
actually.
not. I have
He
no
did.
recollection of that statement.
Because the
did.
guy on your team who got eliminated this week, who is PharmaMag 1, I believe, said, well, I'm disappointed, but at least I'll be getting a free driver from Jimmy from being on his team.
Brooksy's
Yes.
taught me from the Amber Heard trial that I will say I have no recollection of this, Your Honor.
All right. Well, there's your answer. All right, so we parted ways with four of our participants this week. And like I just mentioned, PharmaMag 1, Matt, Chewy Louie, and another favorite, Snack Bites Pete, where all four of them were eliminated from their respective groups. The standings are
Warriors.
as now
I just want to
follows.
say Warriors, all four of those guys. Warriors.
Inspirational performances by all of them. So the standings after week one in Group A, Gold McDonald leads with 28 bars, Max Gattafoni 21, and then last year's winner Jeff Laughlin with 10 bars. So he's got to make up a bit of room here to make it on after next week. In Group B, Bob Weeks, the Angel of Death, leading with 22 bars.
Unbelievable.
AK, Aaron Korolnik, 20 bars right behind him, and our guy Andrew Arsenal, 13 bars, so also some ground to make up there. You want to finish in the top two of your group. Group C, Marcus and Gold Rush are tied at 28 bars. Sitting in third is Ho with 26 bars, so this has turned out to be the group of death. We'll see if Ho is able to overcome that challenge there. And in Group D, some guy from Coburg, 24 bars, Sam 16 bars, and Jaden 10 bars. So after this week, we'll be knocking out four more people, and then it's on to the quarterfinals. Huge showdown in Group C. As far as our talent, the draft we did goes, Jimmy's in the lead currently as his contestants have a total of 80 bars. Even though he lost one of them, I still have all four of my guys. I'm in second with 78. Then Puffy 46, Lester 42.
I just want to
You know
say to
what?
my team, I just want to say quickly to my team, I'm so proud of you. I cannot remember any of the guys I picked, but I'm so damn proud of you right now.
That's beautiful.
I know I got Ho and AK left, so I'm still I have a fighting chance.
I mean, we all have a fighting chance because it's whoever has the winner in the end. This is just to kind of see the odds. So, Jimmy, you're sitting pretty good right now, but still a lot of gambling left. Couple weeks left in this thing. And
Chewy
we'll
Louie
see what we
unfortunately missed his week of picks. Is this correct? Is that what I'm hearing? He missed
No.
his. Sorry. He was just. He's over Arnold's.
Yeah.
Props,
He. So basically,
He had a
he
bad
went
week.
down from 17 bars to 7, and he was in a group with Ho, Gold Rush, and Marcus, who got 26 or more.
I want to say one more thing to my team before we say goodbye today. Do not focus on this week. Focus on the picks. Do not get caught up watching Arrested Development the whole week, all right? Because of Lester's recommendation. You just focus on the
tough.
games.
Gonna be tough.
Focus on the games,
Wow.
and there's a champion somewhere in there. Time to go?
Yeah.
I mean, what else could be said after that?
Yep. Good week, guys.
Good stuff. Thanks to BetSafe.
Thanks
to
to BetSafe.
TaylorMade.
Thanks to our friends at TaylorMade. Thanks to Johnny O for another fine shirt that I'm wearing today. And
by the way,
thanks to Carlo O for my T-shirt.
Thanks to what are you wearing?
Thanks to
What are you wearing today,
CTV,
Lester?
CTV for this shirt back from 2010, the Olympics.
All right.
Vintage.
Thanks to the Toronto Blue Jays
Only that.
for filling my summers with joy.
We'll edit that out.
We'll see you.
Ownership there.
We'll see you next week, everybody, on the Rubber Boots podcast, brought to you by. Do you have to cough through my throat? Like, can I just not want to have one clean throat? See you next time on the Rubber
This is
Boots
the real James
podcast.
Duffy.
Jesus.
Oh my God, no, guys! don't poke the bear.
We'll see you next week on the Rubber Boots podcast, brought to you by BetSafe.net.
BetSafe.net.
How are you? I got a question that I really wanna ask you. Wait. Don't hang up. I need to know, so I'm gonna try and push my luck. Are you wearing your rubber boots tonight? Are they purple, yellow, green, blue, black, or white? Are you wearing your rubber boots tonight? And do you like the dunk tank at the fair? I know it's a little strange, my obsession with your choice of footwear in the rain. I know that you're on TV, but I need you to put your boots up on the desk for me. Are you wearing your rubber boots tonight? Are they purple, yellow, green, blue, black, or white? Are you wearing your rubber boots tonight? And do you like the dunk tank at the fair? This is the part they call the bridge. A bridge has water under it. With rubber boots you can wade in the water. Just don't fall in. Are you wearing your rubber boots tonight? Are they purple, yellow, green, blue, black, or white? Are you wearing your rubber boots tonight? And do you like a dunk tank at the fair? Do you like the dunk tank at the fair? The dunk tank at the fair. Are you wearing your rubber boots tonight? No, seriously. Are you wearing your rubber boots? Don't hang up, please. Somebody. Hey? Anyone?